All right, how's it going? I am about to do, well, yeah, we'll call it episode 2 for 1 Mile Ghost Stories. This time I'm walking our other dog, Miss Mia. Hey, lady. She's the more chill dog. But anyways, again, I want to start out this series by focusing probably on, again, like 3 to 4 of my own personal ghost paranormal experiences. So this next one, last one was in New Hampshire. This next one happened in Stowe, Vermont. If you're not familiar with Vermont, Stowe is one of the more popular touristy areas. Big ski town. It's great. I love going to Stowe. I've probably been there about 5 or 6 times by now since we moved. But yeah, so this location, another haunted hotel. This was the Smuggler, or not Smugglers, no, sorry. This was the Green Mountain Inn in Downtown Stowe. I'll have to get you some links in the description for the exact time it was built, but I believe the building is right around 200 years old. Used to be, excuse me, used to be an old boarding house. But anyways, we actually went back in May for my birthday, and it was great. You know, it was a kind of the slow season, so we got a decent rate for the room and everything. But yeah, we went on a Saturday morning. You know, parked the car, just kind of walked around and everything. And then probably about maybe 3 p.m., 3:30, went back to the room just to like get ready before we were going to go to the pool. So we were just watching, I think we were watching Food Network, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Just hanging out, to be honest, just like scrolling on our phones, my wife and I. And, you know, we heard kind of I guess you call it like a banging, knocking, like thud type sound, like do-do, do-do, do-do. And at first I thought, you know, whatever, it's somebody moving furniture or whatever, but it just kept happening, I'd say, every 60 to 90 seconds or so. And, you know, we put our phones down, turned off TV, and we're just listening for a bit. And, you know, I couldn't hear any hotel workers, or it didn't seem like anybody else was really moving furniture. And it sounded like it was coming from kind of the ceiling, but like higher. So kind of like the top of the ceiling, or sorry, the top of the wall next to us, or the ceiling, or, you know, both. But yeah, it was a consistent every 60 to 90 or so seconds thud, do-do. And again, it didn't sound like people were moving furniture. It was something else. So come to find out, I'd say about 2 hours later, we were headed down for dinner. I stopped by the front desk, chat with the receptionist for a bit. And she said that there is one particular ghost at the Green Mountain Inn. And they call him Boots Barry because he loves to stomp around in his boots and stuff like that. And I asked her, I was like, hey, do you mostly hear it in the ceilings and the walls? She said exactly. She kind of confirmed what happened. But yeah, I talked to this woman, this receptionist, for about 10-15 minutes. And yeah, she said most of his activity, Boots Barry's activity, is just kind of stomping, making thuds everywhere. But he also likes to mess with the lights, kind of mess with the staff, you know, move stuff out of place and things like that. Yeah, she was telling me all sorts of like examples like that. And she did say that most guests, you know, do experience Boots Barry's presence in that way. Apparently this guy used to be like an alcoholic, and, you know, just like to have a good time and mess with people when he was alive. I think about 100 years back. And I guess he frequented, you know, whether it was the boarding house or the hotel at that time. But yeah, it doesn't seem like he's I didn't get any like malicious vibes or evil vibes. It honestly just felt like, you know, it got a little startled. And my wife, she's not really like a ghost believer like I am. But if she was here, she'd tell you, she's like, that was definitely something. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Just a short story about, you know, just recently, it was about 8 weeks ago, over in Stowe, downtown Stowe, Vermont. Highly recommend St. Green Mountain Inn. All the staff were super nice. The food was good. they got a great, outdoor setting with a pool and a, heated outdoor pool and a hot tub. And yeah, if you want to hopefully find a ghost that's not, not going to be scary or malicious, but you're just hoping to see or feel some sort of presence, I'd highly recommend it. And yeah, again, Stowe, Vermont is great. But again, I'll put some links in the bio just for some more history on, the property and whatnot. But yeah, that was just a quick one from, again, just a couple months back. Wasn't super scary like like the sleep paralysis ghost that I talked about in my previous video. But yeah, not all ghosts are scary or evil like that. Some just kind of want to let you know they're there. But yeah, again, I'll put some more info in the description. And let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer. Any questions about the hotel, Stowe, all that stuff. All right.